Hello people and interest, my name is Tevnoar and welcome to a little review video of Doctor Who Season 9, Episode 1, The Magicians Apprentice. So I will be doing these every week just to explain what went on in the video and tell you my official rating of the episode based on a out of 10 scale. So this episode was called The Magicians Apprentice, as I stated earlier, and it's basically about, you see Clara in her classroom and then all the planes have stopped. So she gets a call by Unit to go over there when Unit starts getting these decrypted messages. They think it's from the Doctor, but it's actually not. It's from Missy. Missy's back. Anyway, so they go fly over to where Missy is, or I can't really know, drive to where Missy is, and then Missy takes Clara, not really captures her, but Clara voluntarily goes with Missy back in time to where the Doctor is. The Doctor turns out to be dying because Missy gets a little thingy from the Doctor saying that he's dying. Anyway, so they go back in time, and then the Doctor is like kind of scared, so he's holding a party for his final celebration, for his final day, which turns out to be 3 weeks with life. So then this guy called Colony Sarf, goes with him, and or the Doctor goes with him and meets Davros, and that's where I'm going to stop, and then tell you about some important events throughout the story. Okay, so it begins with a warfield. You see a warfield, and then all this stuff happens where people are getting shot and such. But then you see this little boy running off. So one of the soldiers chases after the boy, and then they land in this area. And the soldier says, "Stop, don't move," because the hand mines, which are literally hands, they grab your foot and pull you underground. And that's what happens to the soldier guy. So this little boy is standing here scared out of his mind when you hear the Doctor, or you see a Sonic thrown over to the kid and land on the ground. The Doctor's like, "Pick it up, I can save you." So the boy is standing here not knowing what to do, and the Doctor says that he has a 1 in 1,000 chance to survive. So the boy is still not certain. So the Doctor asks what his name is, and that's when he says, Davros. Next, you see all the planes have stopped. Clara's teaching her class when she looks out the window, because the marker in circles. It tells everyone to go on Twitter, all the social medias, and do hashtag the plane is stopped. You guys should start that now. But she looks up into the sky, and all the planes have literally frozen in time, stuck in the air. So the principal comes by, I'm not really sure if it's principal or not, comes by and says, "Hey, you're getting a call from a unit, you need to go down there." So Clara runs down there and is sitting there with Kate Lethbridge Stewart. She's back, yes. And then they start getting these encrypted messages that say, "You so fine, you blow my mind." And then it just says, "Hey Missy, you so fine, you blow my mind." And then it says, "Hey," and then pops on the screen, "Hey Missy." With 3. Yeah, whatever. So then Missy pops up onto the screen, just explaining what's happening, so then they go down there. And then after all these events happen, where Missy's sitting there, and then Clara does weird things where she touches the Doctor's will and Missy gets really offended. Missy grabs Clara, Vortex Manipulator. They're back with the Vortex Manipulator, which is pretty cool. I like that they brought that back. And then so you're staying there, and then Missy and Clara are like, "I don't know what's going on. How do we know where the Doctor is?" And you just hear Then the Doctor comes in with a tank. A tank supposedly for his fish. You get it? Fish tank. I thought it was a pretty funny joke. And so apparently the Doctor has been ruining history kind of bit, brought over the tank, wearing bow ties, scarves, and then introduced the word dude quite a few centuries early. This is when Colony Sarf comes in and then says, "Davros has a message for you," stating that Davros remembers, and then throws him his Sonic, which turns out to be broken. "I don't have a screwdriver anymore." So, the Doctor doesn't have a Sonic anymore, meaning he might get a new one soon. So then they go off with Colony Sarf, and yeah. So you see them traveling in their ship, and then it zooms back to the medieval times when you see a guy named Boris who's helping out with the Doctor and was going to get into an axe fight with the Doctor when Boris opens these curtains and says, "We found it. We found the TARDIS." And he turns his head, and he's got a Dalek eye stalk, or a puppet. He's a Dalek puppet come out from his head. So I like how they brought that back. Okay, so then you see the Doctor is talking with Davros, like the actual Davros, and they're having this whole discussion when Missy opens the airlock and scares the living crud out of Clara because she thinks she's gonna get sucked out. When the artificial gravity is tipping them off, they don't know what's going on because artificial gravity should supposedly be tasting like all coppery around the edges and be a bit sexy. So they step out and they're stepping on Earth, on like actual ground, but it still looks like space. So they're stepping on space, and Missy lifts her hand and sees there's sand on her hand, and she doesn't know what's going on. So she's looking around and realizes the planet is invisible. And so then it flashes back to the Doctor and Davros talking, and it flashes back, and then you see the planet emerging around them. It is Skaro. So Skaro's here, and then the Doctor, no, everybody, no, no, no. Of course, that has to happen with every single person there is. And then Clara's sitting there like dumbfounded. What is Skaro? So then a classic Dalek comes around the corner and captures them, captures Missy and Clara. And I love how they brought back the classic Daleks. That was a big improvement for the series. And so all this stuff happens. You see this white room with all different types of Daleks from all history, like Dalek Emperor. No, not Dalek Emperor. Like the classic Daleks from David Tennant's time, Daleks from Matt Smith's time, all different kinds of Daleks. And then of course, Missy has to do this. She hops up and goes, "Hey, I'll be your time lady and save the universe and help the Daleks use the TARDIS to destroy all time." And the Daleks do not like this idea. So what happens? Maximum extermination. One of the Daleks turns to Missy and shoots her. Shoots Missy. So Missy gets exterminated. Poof, puff of smoke, dies. So Clara's not knowing what to do, just standing there. And then, so the Doctor is pleading on the ground, please save Clara. Don't do anything to her. When, all of a sudden Clara decides now would be the perfect chance to run. And that makes the Daleks ticked off. So the Daleks turn her, shoot her, and then Clara gets exterminated as well. So you can't exterminate Missy, you exterminate Clara. What next? Nothing else could go wrong. That's where you're wrong. So it shows them all in the room. The TARDIS is there. No one else is there except the TARDIS and the Daleks. So the Doctor is just standing here not knowing what to do with Davros. And then that's when you see the giant red Dalek. I don't know what it's called. Excuse me for that. And the red Dalek says, "Destroy the TARDIS." This laser comes down and shoots the TARDIS and flashes smoke. TARDIS gets destroyed. So not only did Missy die, but Clara dies, and the TARDIS dies. Boom. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's, what? You can't do this. So all these people are dying, and then the Doctor is standing here like, oh dear God, Missy's dead, Clara's dead, the TARDIS is dead. What else could go wrong? And then you see this like poof of smoke cover. This cool transition shows back to when Davros was a little kid. And you see the Doctor appear. And Davros is like, how did you get over here? And then what does the Doctor do? Pulls up a gun. I'm from the future, and I'm going to save my friend the only way I can. Exterminate. The Doctor exterminates Davros. Boom. To save his friend, exterminates Davros. What? Oh, stories. How is this going to be possible? Doctor said it himself in Death in Heaven. Since Clara went back to save Danny, if they had saved Danny, Clara would never have asked the Doctor to save Danny. Same point here. If the Doctor had destroyed Davros, he would never have the reason to go back in time to destroy Davros. So Davros would never have been destroyed. So I don't know how it happened. I don't know how they're going to work it out. But we will see next Saturday. Which, yes. So my official overall rating of the episode, I give it a 8.25. Yeah, I give it an 8.25 because that Davros thing really tipped me off. I don't know how this is going to happen. Don't know how this is going to work out. And also, Colony Sarf, being this giant snake dude, really didn't add to the episode, so I don't see why they did that. They could have just made him a normal dude and not this giant snake guy. It made no sense to the episode, but overall it was fantastic. I loved watching it. All amazing scenes, and yeah, so that's gonna be about it. I'm going to show you guys the next time trailer right here. I'll link it right in this little box, and yeah, so you guys can watch that, and yeah, while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to me, subscribe to Doctor Who channel, and yeah, that's gonna be about it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. So goodbye!